Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daniel Magoo.
All right. Mr. Gu, you are representing yourself. I do have to apprise you that you are before the court on charge of resisting and obstructing a police officer. That is a high court misdemeanor, or what technically is known as a high court misdemeanor, and or felony punishable by up to 2 years, $2,000 fine plus court costs. There are great perils in representing yourself in this. You have to understand that I am going to treat you the same as though you know the laws and the rules of evidence. I will not treat you worse because you are not represented. I will not treat you better or grant any favors or try to clarify anything for you. If for whatever reason during any point in this proceeding you wish to be represented by counsel and cannot afford to hire counsel, counsel will be appointed to represent you. As I have in the past hearings asked you to acknowledge what I've said, I'm going to only indicate that I believe that you understand English. You believe that the words that I have said to you are understood, so that we don't get into, you need to remove the gum from your mouth.
Mr. Sir has returned, and he's about to learn exactly why he desperately needs legal representation. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, this is actually part 2 of a video we made a little while ago. Daniel MCU is truly a complete idiot. He refuses to respond to Judge Simpson's questions, and he's just a smug, smart-mouthed jerk who thinks he's above everyone else. But as you can see, things started off rough for Mr. Mio here, and honestly, it feels strange even saying that name because it's such an odd one. It was definitely a bad beginning for Mr. Mayo. I mean, he was literally chewing gum in a courtroom while having no lawyer at all. You need legal representation. Guys, seriously, do not copy what Mr. Mayo is doing here. But enough of me talking. Let's jump right in and see what Mio and Judge Simpson get into today.
And
Thank you.
so I will not ask you to acknowledge. I will presume that you do indeed understand everything that I've said. Now, having said that, what are we doing with this case?
I'd like to move for evidentiary hearing or
You wish to have a preliminary examination?
preliminary examination. Yes, sir.
Would the people have their witnesses available the second?
We can try, Your Honor, but before moving toward that, would the court be willing to make its inquiries about discovery? I am aware of the defendant having filed a writ of mandamus with the Court of Appeals of the state of Michigan.
Yes.
That was subsequently dismissed without prejudice by the Court of Appeals.
Correct.
Contained within that, though, there are allegations that my office has violated its Brady obligations and has not provided sufficient discovery. So I'm not sure if we're ready to move forward to preliminary exam. The defendant is saying that he doesn't have all the discovery. That is the concern. The record I feel compelled to make at this time, though, is that the people have provided, I do believe, complete discovery to the defendant, and I believe that some of the representations that were made in this writ of mandamus that has been dismissed appear to allege that things that have already been denied by this court should be produced. Furthermore, the defendant filed a motion with no notice of hearing attached to it. So there's an outstanding motion in this case as well, no hearing date scheduled. So I'm hoping to sort of reconcile both of those things as to whether or not discovery is complete, the defendant's prepared to move forward, and if he ever has filed a notice of hearing to go along with the motion that I received in this case on 11/22.
Mr. Agu, your response?
My response is that I thought this was the hearing that we were setting for the motion. So if I have to set a motion for a notice of hearing for that motion, I will do that today, Your Honor, promptly.
What about discovery?
I'm ready to move forward on my what I meant by my discovery comment was that there's still no exculpatory evidence as far as that I did anything wrong as far as anything that they've submitted. So if it was improper for the wording, Your Honor, I apologize, but my ultimate goal is have the prosecution present their evidence against me.
I'm going to indicate discovery is complete because I don't know what you're saying. because what you just said regarding discovery didn't make any sense. As it regards the motion, we will hear the motion or the motion will be heard on date of exam.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Deal with it at that point in time. So the people would have their witnesses available on the second.
We could try for the second, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person, January 2nd, 2025. 12.
Yeah.
12 noon, that is before me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And continue.
This guy is the perfect example of why you absolutely need to get legal representation. Not only that, but he's incredibly smug and actually tries to outsmart the judge somehow, which I have no clue why he thought was a smart idea. If anyone in the comments can explain why this guy is acting so irrational or crazy, I'd love to hear it. Honestly, this dude really gives off sovereign citizen vibes to me. I've covered several sovereign citizens on my channel, and they all seem to share this overconfident, arrogant tone when talking to a judge. They always act like they're above the court, and it's just completely insane to me. This guy is in court for allegedly assaulting a police officer, and on top of that, he even lost custody of his child because of it. You don't just randomly lose custody over something like that. That's a very serious accusation, and it shouldn't be taken lightly. Yet this guy is acting like it's just a normal day, walking into court saying, "Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do this." Obviously, he's going to need some kind of legal defense. Instead, he's making the judge absolutely despise him, and honestly, I think everyone watching dislikes the mayor, whatever we want to call him. But this situation really shows just how badly you need legal representation. You see this kind of thing far too often. Maybe it's mainly sovereign citizens who try representing themselves, but I've never seen anything good come out of someone defending themselves in court. It always